Yeah, there's a different feel as hi, Steve. Good to have you, and thanks for the intro. And yes, traffic has indeed picked up. And it's our pleasure to introduce the Pennsylvania Sports Network with Lions Live, Skip Drobobus. As my on-air partner today, we're going to have Jimmy Kennedy here momentarily. And I guess we've got a YouTube stream. We're right in the tailgate area, Giant, your tailgate headquarters for everything for the game tomorrow. Stop in and check it out at Giant Foods there. Games tonight, but Penn State and Kent State will go at 3:30 tomorrow. So certainly looking forward to that. And Skip Drobobus with us as well. And just a great day, and football is back.
Hey, Jed, it's great to be here, along with having you with Lions Live, a special broadcast with PA Sports Network. And Jimmy and Big Dude Stephen Davis, your co, all of us are looking forward to being able to have a lot of fun here on Friday nights with the Giant. And I'll tell you, this is the place to come, folks. If you're going to get donuts, and I'm a sucker for that, I look like one. This is the place to come for donuts. The best place for donuts is Giant and State College. Forget about all those other places. If you want donuts for pregame or tailgate, you got to come here to Giant. And I'm a wimp to that, so don't hold out in front of me. They're gone.
They're gone as of tomorrow and things like that. So we'll swap some equipment. Steve Williams, by the way, back in our head end, our flagship for the Pennsylvania Sports Network. And that, of course, is News Talk 970 WBLF. And we're going to be leaving you at about 6:55 to get everybody into their high school coverage. A beautiful night for high school football. And a lot of guys, you got your career started there. And, so did Jimmy and all of that sort of thing. I'm going to introduce Jimmy and carry on a conversation, kind of get to the first keys to the game and all of that sort of thing.
Sounds real good. Yakov and I were actually out this Tuesday at practice. And we actually have certain types of limitations of which we can actually share with people. So we can't. People will text us all the time saying, "Hey, can you send us a picture of the practice? Can you tell us any names and things like that?" We're not allowed to do that, but it's always a lot of fun to get out there during a weekday and watch practice. We're able to get out to a scrimmage and see how Penn State preparing here for this game. I can tell you the team is motivated. They're really looking forward to getting out here, and the guys are looking forward to stepping up and making Penn State a name for themselves here at Penn State. And it should be an exciting season here. Now, Penn State, Jed, does not have an easy season this year. People think, the Big Ten is not going to be that tough. I'll tell you, it's a tough conference. And even if you're watching last night's game, as I talked about Tennessee, these teams come here, and it's their bowl game. Penn State is looking – they're going to be up for this game here Saturday, and Penn State has to bring it to them.
I think that's a great observation, Skip, because and we'll talk with Jimmy and everybody else. Yeah, go ahead and do that. But I've been saying all summer long, I think Penn State, the toughness of their schedule is one of the most underrated in the country. I mean, you start thinking about where they're going even in the month of September. I think Pitt is ascending. That'll be the big one next week. Can't overlook Kent State tomorrow. But you got Michigan. They're, seventh in the country. You got Ohio State coming here for the whiteout. 2 years removed from a national championship team, but unbelievable recruiting classes under Urban Meyer. You got Sparty, Michigan State at the end of the year. Is there a better program that no one talks about other than Michigan State? They're at the end of the year. And I think trap games are all over the schedule. And you can talk about it, but Minnesota, we saw them last night. Widener's tough. At Indiana, that's no putback. At Rutgers later in the year with a new coaching staff and, Chris Ash there. Even at Purdue, I don't think is all of that easy. So there are tough games on the schedule, and let's not sleep on Temple here in a couple of weeks coming in the 17th. So I think your observation, Skip, is right on. I think the schedule is very difficult. But my main thing is like almost everybody's that I've been on with, all over the different parts of the Big Ten, are saying that this is like Christmas morning tomorrow. Is this they're running a spread offense tomorrow? Is that for real? I mean, 30 years ago, are you guys going to be used to watching this tomorrow? I guess that's the big question.
Well, it's definitely a change here at Penn State from our day. You saw my picture here from before that. We barely had face masks.
You had the single bar thing going.
Right. But, the game's changed a lot, and we're all excited to see what Penn State's going to be bringing here. I've noticed in college football there's a lot of different types of changes, and it'll be interesting to see how Penn State handles it. I hope that if the quarterback can go through the season without getting hit, because we saw happen with Hackenberg last year. And I think Sorley has the speed and the feet he'll get the happy feet. We just want to make sure he knows to duck down and not take the hit, because we can't afford to be having to bring other guys in at quarterback like this. And the thing I've noticed in college football is the teams that seem to be always playing the national championship have a little bit different type of style offense. They put the big guys up front and they just pound you all day at the run. They control the ball, have a great defense, and speed to throw it when they need to. And it'll be interesting to see how a team like Penn State with this type of offense is going to be able to compete with these other teams.
I want to get your guys' observation. We'll get Jimmy and the rest of the guys in. You're listening to Lions Live on the Pennsylvania Sports Network, or PA Sports Network. We're live at Giant Foods here in State College. And not only at State College, but a Giant store near you. You can gear up for your home tailgate, or if you're coming up to Beaver Stadium, we're on the Atherton Street location here at State College, and treating us very well. We're thrilled to be here. But I want to go back to McSorley, and I know we got a break coming up here in a little while. All right, when you look at him, he's not that prototypical, wow guy physically, but he's very good on his feet, but with intangibles. I don't want to call him a game manager, because when I think you call a guy a game manager, you're admitting limitations up front. But he's a winner. And you go back to his high school days in Virginia, and they play really good high school football in Virginia. I read that his record was 55-1, and his only loss was his senior year in the state championship game, Skip. He'd won 3 previous state titles. His only loss was going for an unprecedented 4th in a row. That's better than pretty good.
That's excellent. And it reminds me of another quarterback here at Penn State from my time, Johnny Schaefer.
Right.
Because Johnny only ever lost the one game to Oklahoma in his career.
That was for the time.
And wouldn't it be great to see that type of repeat here with McSorley in the years that he has had it with us? It'd be great to see that happen. I'm sure he's going to bring a lot to the game here this week and in the weeks to come. We want to keep him healthy, but I think Penn State's going to have an impressive run game too. And I think the line's matured some, and we have some guys who are having to step up this year as well, and we look forward to seeing that. And I think Stephen Davis is going to be able to comment a little bit more about the guys up front, and Jimmy as well on the other side of the ball as well. So I look forward to hearing their comments here shortly.
I was asked earlier today, and it's like, I'm glad somebody asked it, because then I could remember to ask you guys about Saquon Barkley. And is there a body type with Saquon Barkley? I think he's a little bit, and it's tough to make these comparisons because I'm about to throw out 2 of the greatest running backs in school history. But there's a little bit of Kajana Carter with him, as far as the stocky build and the ability to, get into that secondary level of contact. And then if you look at his freshman year where he had over 1,000 yards, you get into a situation where he reminds you a little bit of Kurt Warner. He's kind of a combo guy. And I'm just trying to give you a body type to compare him to. But I don't think James Franklin or Penn State would trade him for any other running back in America as we enter this 2016 season.
Oh, I don't think so at all. And these guys who are running backs, they're nimble and they're quick. Super light speed. Power, too. They're built up top, and you have to have the speed. We had big guys like Tim Minow when I was there, and Dave Clark's coming up tomorrow. We'll be up as a game. Some guys with some size and some weight behind them running the ball, but it's a different type of offense. Mm-hmm. And I think he's going to be able to shake and bake some guys. And again, we just want to make sure he has some holes because he's dark through really quick. And I think that's actually an advantage to him and his running style. Because these guys out of the backfield, they better be watching this before nothing do it.
Well, and then there's the other intriguing guys before we do go to break. You got Andre Robinson, who's a redshirt freshman at Bishop McDevitt High School. For everybody down in that Harrisburg area, everybody was asking me about him as I was talking to the folks down there today. But Miles Sanders, a true freshman. All right, he's 4th on the depth chart, but he's going to ascend up that depth chart. He's a 5-star running back. Everybody in the country wanted him, Skip. And he's going to be on kickoff, and he's going to be that other change of pace guy. They're stacked at the running back position. And we'll get into the offensive line. I'm curious to hear the conversation you're going to have with Jimmy Kennedy on that. But if they get holes with these guys with this new spread of attack and everything, where do you go? Who are you going to stop? Because we haven't even talked about the wide receivers yet, but 2 terrific freshman running backs are also behind Barkley this year.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned special teams, because just watch and wait and see what happens with some special teams play. That's all I can say, because Tuesday at practice, Coach Franklin was really watching and making sure these guys, not only just in the special teams, but every aspect of the game, he was fine-tuning these guys for Saturday. So I think we're going to possibly see some big plays and special teams here throughout this season. But I know he was fine-tuned to every detail of practice. He was watching them, mentioning something to somebody about something each time, making sure every phase of it was being taken. So don't be surprised we see some big plays and special teams.
And again, the depth issues really hampered the special teams, why they gave up big plays there. We are live at Giant, the Northland Center, right off Atherton Street State College, and it's your tailgate headquarters. Order ahead. Pick it up before your tailgate party. Wings, subs, wide variety of subs. I looked around for it. And you've got cheese, veggie, fruit platters, assorted meat trays, seafood trays, snacks, drinks. You get the idea. And you can stop by Giant's Beer Garden, full service, all brands. And you are listening to the Pennsylvania Sports Network and Lions Live at Giant. Getting ready. Penn State tomorrow. Kickoff 3:30, and we're back with more coming up after this.
Greg, 100, please. Greg, 100.
Okay, we're in commercials.
Now we've got about 3 to 4 minutes. Good idea. Thank you. Live mics, I get that. Thank you. What?
Let me see.
Are you going to be on?
Is Jimmy called in?
Are we sharing it the whole way, or is he going to get hooked in?
He should already be able to
I
call.
meant you.
Oh, this
Yeah.
one? Okay.
You here now?
No.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
Huh?
Let me hook up the Wi-Fi on your phone. It's not.
Will be with the clock.
That's why I'm doing this. Wait.
Let me introduce you to these two.
Hold on. I gotta connect this up for you. You're not connected to anything.
Now, it shows that I'm connected, but I'm not hearing anything on it.
Is he got the station on?
Yeah, he's got our spots running.
Yeah. You guys might just have to share until we can get a bigger soundboard. Because, again, I don't. This is physically connected, but I don't know that those jacks work. It's
Okay.
just like the mic one doesn't work. It's broken.
That doesn't work in
Yeah,
there.
It doesn't work there. So.
Well, we're picking up sound. It must be. I know we're picking up sound from that.
Yeah.
Believe it or not,
You
but that's.
can't hear.
I mean, I can't hear what's coming through from there now.
But I
can
don't.
try to pick up the.
We got 2 weeks to get this
Yeah.
leveled off after tonight.
Yeah, we'll struggle through tonight.
It's not letting me. Forget it.
Huh?
Forget it. It's not letting me. It let me do it online.
Okay.
The connection.
Can you look in my white thing? I need a plastic thing. Hang on.
All right. Did that help?
Yeah, I'm not picking anything up. It's Bluetooth.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely got signal. He's playing the commercials over there.
Now I can see. This is getting audio from something, but it must be coming from the other microphone. So everybody out there watching online, yeah, we're working on the technical stuff here. The radio segment should be back on, but yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I just need something, no matter what, coming from some soundboard, whatever soundboard we're using for it. I need something with definitely with a line going in.
You are in the mic jack, not the headphone jack. So.
Yes. Yeah, that's my. Yeah, and I can see it. See, look. I plug it in. Watch. See there? I need this.
Stand by.
Okay, is Jimmy online with Steve back there at the studio? Steve, Jimmy.
Hi, Steve Williams, and great to have Steve and our maiden voyage tonight with the Pennsylvania Sports Network and Lions Live, led by Skip Drobobus, and we're juggling a couple of balls here to get things going. And we're live at Giant here in the Northland Center. stop by and get all of your tailgate needs. It's always fun, the opener. What from a player standpoint, Skip, what is the biggest anxiety or what kind of keeps you up at night? You know, you've been banging against each other for the better part of a month. What are you thinking about, like the night before, and then get me into tomorrow a little bit about playing the first game, because the speed and all of the intensity is a whole lot different than practice.
Well, Jed, I can't speak like somebody like Jimmy Kennedy and these other guys can. You have a much better perspective than for them, because I'm really a has-been and never was. But yes, I played college ball and I played high school ball. I know where you're coming from, and in that aspect. But again, I was just a kicker. Okay. Yes, our game's a lot different than these guys who've been going out week after week, day after day, taking a beating, bagging one another up, smashing heads, so to say. Our game's much different as a kicker. So I just tried to relax and have fun. Sure, the adrenaline's up. You want to perform well. You want to go through your pregame well. But I tell you who can answer this question, and he's ready to do it. Jimmy's actually on the line here, so I'll let you ask Jimmy that question. He'll give you a much better answer from one of the best athletes that has ever come through Penn State, Jimmy, the great Jimmy Kennedy. How many athletes have ever gone through Penn State football and actually been able to go on playing a Super Bowl win? Well, folks, we have one of the greatest ones, and we're so thankful to have Jimmy anchoring Lions Live here with us. So I'll turn this over to you and Jimmy to answer those questions.
Jimmy, Jed Donahue here, and we're thrilled, and I'm thrilled to be working with you. I've been on the beat about 30 years covering, so I covered Jimmy.
Oh, yeah.
And that sort of thing. Jimmy, what goes through your mind in the biggest thing? You're, not only a first start, but playing like games that count. What's the intensity level going to be tomorrow? All right, we're not hearing him yet. We did have a nice music type of interlude.
Uh-oh.
Some elevator music to bring Jimmy in. He's a little tougher than elevator music. We know this.
Well, maybe,
But Steve.
Maybe Steve back in the studio.
Steve's got he's an octopus, man. He's got 8 plates spinning right now. Steve, do we have Jimmy with us? Okay. All right.
Jimmy said he's on.
All right, we're waiting on that. But again, from a kicker standpoint, Blake Gillikin is going to be an interesting story because he is a true freshman. He's going to punt. What's it like, going in there? You're kicking in front of 100,000 people. Maybe the wind flies a little bit. What's going through his mind a little bit, kicker to kicker here?
Well, I only did a little bit of punting in my high school days, but punting's a different animal.
I did none of it.
Punting's different.
Zero.
But you do play the wind a little. As a place kicker, yeah, we do play the wind some. And you'll see us tossing the grass, and we're watching the flags. You adjust it, but you never kick outside the you draw. You see these guys drawing a line, and it's the same kick every time. But you'll adjust a little bit for the wind. Punters, that type of game is different. If you're punting against the wind, you don't want to send the ball up where it's going to stand up there and the wind will blow it back. You want to try to cut it through so it doesn't get caught up, and you want it to go for distance and not turn over. But the punting game, I think Penn State this year is going to be impressive because at practice and pregame, these guys are sending like howitzers, and I think if the consistency's there, much different punting game this year at Penn State, and these guys are some tremendous athletes and possible NFL quality here in the days to come. Give him 4 years here at Penn State, and you're talking to guys that NFL quality.
No doubt about that. And again, we mentioned with the scholarship limitations, returns have really hurt Penn State. But, that's 25% of the game, special teams. And I know it has been a point of emphasis with this coaching staff led by James Franklin in the offseason. Yeah.
I believe so. And I think Coach Franklin has done a tremendous job all the way around. And I really hope the fans can come around and support the tremendous work he's done coming into Penn State like he has. Penn State has had one of the most difficult experiences in college football. And the comeback that Penn State's making here is a story in and of itself. And I think the fans are going to be can be thankful that Penn State has some great coaches like this. James Franklin is a great person. We're thankful as alumni and players. for his outreach to us and welcoming us just like we're part of the team, part of the family.
No doubt about that. Jimmy Kennedy will join us. We're going to have Yaakov Israel. Let me update everything that's going on. This segment from Giant with the Lions Live and the Pennsylvania Sports Network presented by our good friends at the Cabinet Connection. Again, good selection, great craftsmanship, excellent prices. Check it out. Again, the Cabinet Connection.biz, custom kitchens, all styles, all wood construction. If you want perfection, call the Cabinet Connection. And we are coming up on the bottom of the hour. Steve Williams back in studio. Couple of games tonight. It'll be Furman and 12th ranked Michigan State. And you think, all right, Michigan State's going to run them off. Well, we expect that. But last night, Appalachian State had 9th ranked Tennessee in the grease. And the Vols ended up winning that game, Steve, in overtime. And then Kansas State, pretty good ball game tonight at 8th ranked Stanford at 9 o'clock. You get to see Christian McCaffrey, who's a Heisman front runner. We are coming up on the bottom of the hour live at Giant Foods. And check out Giant in your area. And they're in the Northland Center here at State College. That's where we are live, your tailgate headquarters. Order ahead, pick it up before your tailgate party. Wings, subs. They've got the beer garden here where we're alive in front of all the tailgate food as well. You are listening to Lions Live and the Pennsylvania Sports Network, and we're back with more coming up after this.
These guys been on the line 29 minutes. Steve must not have it dialed into the right number. Is Steve back in the studio?
We'll let him know.
Steve, can you hear me back there?
Yeah, he's...
Okay, I don't have the microphone, so I can't hear you, but we want to dial in to the right conference number and open that lineup, because those guys are there. They've been talking for about 25 minutes. I can't hear if you hear me on your end, but the number you want to dial in is 712-432-1500. Once again, it's 712-432-1500, and the access code is 472-777 #. Again, that's 472-777 #. All right, thanks a lot, and we'll be waiting. Those guys should be on there ready to go. Those guys can talk for 25 minutes. Wait, no, I'm just letting you know.
Just let them understand that we're dealing with debuts.
It's the same line we used Wednesday night. So it should be.
He says all he gets that music. All he gets is that lounge act music on there. All right. Hang on, let me look. I'm at what? Past the hour. Okay, 3 minutes. Hi.
Ready for my interview.
You ready for your close-up?
Yep.
Come on.
Actually, you can pull up a chair. We have it streamed live.
Oh, it's live.
Kathy,
Yes,
this
we're
is
streaming live.
Skip.
Hi there.
Skip looks like a kicker on the
Wow.
Hi, Kathy.
This is Jed.
Jed Donahue.
Hi, nice
Pleasure to
to
meet
meet
you.
Has been, never was. That's the best way to put it.
Aw.
Sadly,
Still
I'm
live in the
twice.
area?
Yes, I do. It's sadly, I'm twice a man. I used to be in because of your comments.
Oh, well, that's good.
All right.
Those cinema ones are the best.
Just tell them be patient. We're just,
But they're having a good time. That's a
Yeah.
beauty. These guys love to talk together.
yeah, I
We
mean,
got a great group of guys.
Right.
They love just jaw jacking on one another. So we get them on here. You'll have to shut them up.
he's saying all he gets is music with that code. That's why I was saying if we could get their phone numbers, I could.
No, when he first calls in, the last one, he has to dial the number specifically. And then it'll open up and it'll say, announce
What's
your
the
name.
access code number?
Yeah, he has to use
Hang
the
on.
access code.
He knows that.
I could call him and talk him through it.
We got about 2 minutes. This is what I was saying about being able to call them on a main line to get them. So you may have to
Yeah,
get,
but when we get 2 or 3 or 4 guys on at the same time, it's hard.
all right, but I can conference 2 in this way. That's what I'm getting at. I'm going to some I know will work.
Can he Skype message back and forth too, or?
I don't know how to do that.
I say I can talk to him at the studio that way or text him. If you want, I can be texting him while you're talking too.
Yeah. I can filibuster a little bit. You want to do that? Can you get me a number
Yeah.
where I can
Here, I'll tell him to text me. You get him, and I'll text him my number.
to text to?
Steve at the.
I want to watch for a little bit. Are you going on the air? All right.
Call anybody calling in? Who's calling in? Anybody?
We've had guys online 25 minutes already waiting to. They're trying to get them on at the studio. They've been talking already amongst themselves.
Yeah.
Jimmy Kennedy and Stephen Davis are already on.
Okay.
Been talking amongst themselves. We're trying to get that line into the studio.
Hi, Steve, and thanks for being with us. Jed Donahue, along with Skip Drabblebus, trying to get some of the guys hooked in here. We are live at Giant. We are in State College. It's the home opener, the season opener together as one tomorrow. And all of that will start at 3:30 against Kent State. Don't forget tomorrow morning, PA Sports Saturday. I'll be down in Milroy at your hotel down there with my buddies, my home away from home. And Steve and Phil Gross together. We'll have Phil tomorrow starting at 10 o'clock. And again, not only here in State College, but I know the Big Giant Camp Hill, where I used to live, down in the Harrisburg area, your tailgate headquarters, any Giant, all the way throughout the South Central quarter. You can order ahead, pick it up before your tailgate party, not only at Beaver Stadium, but your house, because you're going to watch the game if you're not coming here, right? Get wings, subs, cheese, veggie, fruit platters, assorted meat trays, seafood trays, snacks, drinks, organic foods featuring Nature's Promise, and you stop by the Giant Beer Garden, at least here at State College, full service, all brands. While we get the guys there, let me update everything, because some of you are going to go to high school football, and a lot of that is going to begin at 6:30 tonight. Some of the coverage at about 6:55, and a lot of our stations have games throughout the state tonight. So it's High School Friday, right? Beautiful weather. throughout the day. College football tonight, it'll be Furman and 12th ranked Michigan State. That'll be on the Big Ten Network. Fox Sports 1 will have Kansas State and 8th ranked Stanford. Tomorrow, of course, Kent State and Penn State. That'll be a 3:30 kick time. And then Villanova and the University of Pittsburgh, that'll go at 1:30. And then next week, we'll be all over this Penn State and Pitt thing. First time they will have met in 16 years. Big games on Saturday feature top-ranked Alabama and 20th-ranked USC at Jerry's World in Arlington, Texas, Cowboy Stadium there. And then they're at Lambeau Field tomorrow for 4th-ranked LSU and Wisconsin. Notre Dame will play Sunday night against Texas. Major League Baseball tonight, Milwaukee at Pittsburgh. It'll be Jamie Guerrera for Milwaukee at 7-3, and you got Jamison Tyon 3-3 for the Pirates, who start the weekend 2.5 back in the wild card chase in the National League. That second wild card occupied by St. Louis. You've got Atlanta at Philadelphia with Jeremy Hellickson at 10-8 going for the Phillies. A couple of other games of note: St. Louis and Cincinnati, the New York Yankees, and Baltimore. Women's volleyball. Steve told you about soccer. The Pac-12 Big Ten Challenge taking place, and Penn State is in Colorado to tangle with the Buffalo's 13th ranked Penn State, and then Penn State will play 9th ranked Stanford in the women's volleyball coming up tomorrow afternoon. I think that's afternoon in Palo Alto time, about 7:30 our time. Skip Drobobus, I don't know, he's a texting machine trying to get the guys all linked up and gearing up for Penn State. We saw Minnesota win last night, a tough game against Oregon State. What are the Big Ten? I grew up in Columbus, Ohio State country. Uncle played there. Parents went there, all of that. I didn't know at the time. I'd lived here for over 30 years, and I love it. And so much respect for Penn State. But what do you think of the Big Ten? Has it perked up recently in your eyes, too?
I think the Big Ten's become one of the biggest conferences to be contenders for national championships every year. They really have stepped up their game, and I think I think the SEC's been way overrated. One thing I think the biggest difference is, and some people may laugh about this, or they may not laugh too much about it in the SEC, but I'd love to take the guys who go to Big Ten schools and give a comprehensive exam of a wide range of subjects, and give the same one to the guys in the SEC, and I think you'll find a big difference in the scores, at least in the classroom anyway.
Throwing that gauntlet down. I'm glad we're not in the South, man. I think I'd have to hide behind glass in here.
No. Hey, Jed, I have a great friend, and I want to put a low. Actually, I want to put a low out here to Dan Morris, a good friend of mine out of Florida State. Dan's down there in Tallahassee, and he's texted me this morning. You know, he and his family survived that hurricane. So, Dan, if you're catching us out there streaming, we love you. And I've been bugging him to get up here to a few games, and he's been bugging me to get down there to Tallahassee. But he's one of Bobby's boys, a fantastic guy, and that's one of the nice things about two conferences like this. We can razz one day. He's an ACC, of course, and those guys, of course, are a bit smarter.
Well, you guys, that's man, I'll tell you, we're going to have to get behind some kind of shield in here. And thank you to Giant for hosting us here. And as we said, we're at the Northland Center. And next week, the University of Pittsburgh, it's one of the hardest tickets. I've talked to the guys out in Pittsburgh, and it's just crazy. I'm going to hand that phone over because Steve is texting. Let me clean that off. You're going to love live radio and all. Where did we go? You know, when you played here, we had like payphones, and there was like wires coming out of the hard phone. How did we survive back then?
Now we have laptops.
Even email right now is like sending up smoke signals. But Steve's got a command for you to look at right there. And I do want to remind everybody that may be going out next weekend to Pittsburgh. Penn State fans, if you are in Pittsburgh for the Pitt-Penn State game next Saturday, parking, a challenge and expensive. We've got your solution. Parking is close to the stadium and affordable. Cars, RVs, trailers, and trucks are welcome. Come tailgate with us prior to the game. Reserve your parking space now and drive right in. We accept credit card reservations, and they're at 800 Fulton Street near the stadium. And I can assure you that's a pretty good location right there. Call and reserve your space in the 412 area code, 682-6976, 682-6976, or email at terraceparking@gmail.com. Terrace, T-E-R-I-S, parking, one word, T-E-R-I-S, parking@gmail.com. That's terraceparking@gmail.com. And also, my friends at Prospectors are teaming up with My Chicken here at State College for all of your tailgating season needs. And Prospectors, a Penn State tradition, the fan festival area. Tomorrow with our award-winning baby back ribs at Beaver Stadium. Pick up your grab-and-go favorites. They're right across from the Penn State All Sports Museum and the Penn State Bookstore. Pre-order your tailgate party packs of $100 or more and get it delivered to your tailgate in a reserved numbered spot. Call in the 814 area code 861-RIBS. And Prospectors is back with their full-service catering anytime, anywhere. And Mark Fetters and Prospectors have been with us for years. We're coming to you live from Giant, and we're excited to be here. We're going to be here every home Friday with Lions Live. And the Lions Live guys, led by Skip Drivabus, Jimmy Kennedy, Yaakov Israel, and we're going to have a lot of other guys that'll be popping by. Not only that, but Skip and the guys have said they'll help us out too with PA Sports Saturday as needed, especially for some of these big games. So we're delighted to be working with these guys. And Steve Williams, one of the best friends I've ever had in broadcasting, back at our studios at News Talk 970. And the head end for the Pennsylvania Sports Network at Magnum Broadcasting. And that's kind of where we are there. Why don't we take a break here? And we're going to see if we can get some of the guys linked up. And we're giving that a shot. I want to remind you about the Waterfront Restaurant on the banks of the Juniata River in Lewistown. Go there tonight. Right off the River Bridge, US 322 in Lewistown, a hidden gem between Harrisburg and State College. And make your reservations for lunch or dinner, 248-9094. Again, 248-9094. Steak, seafood, pasta, spirits, and much more. The Waterfront, a view to dine for.
If it works.
Huh?
I'm asking if it works. This is different codes. I gave them the same code, so hopefully it'll work.
What I was saying is, if I could get Kennedy's cell number, he could call him and link him in. He could get these guys linked in via the phone, and we got them.
Yeah.
Hey, do you have their number where you can call them direct
Well, I
and
can
let
ask,
these guys know?
I could get them to call the studio number.
Well, you could do that. Have them call 814. Here it is.
This is crazy. If we did this right, they could take calls from people on the outside.
I understand that. We're just
We'll get
trying to
next week.
survive
Yeah,
tonight.
next week.
I'm
Okay.
taking notes all along here.
Okay, good.
It's all good.
Okay.
Here it is. Have them call in that. And
Jimmy,
what's the other number? It's 9723, right?
I think so. It's right on the top of the thing.
oh, okay, he has it. He has it. He has it working. He has it working.
You got to work.
It's all good. But yeah, he
I was
typing in the
moving to
wrong
plan
code.
B at this point.
He entered the wrong code at the studio.
We're still on plan A.
It works. We use it every week. He just entered the wrong
It's all
code.
good. Okay. He's got him now.
Yeah, he's got him.
All right, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to let you bring us back because I want you to introduce the guys. I'm here, and I'm keeping track of time. Hang on. Just tell them we're here. It's kind of, okay? Right in front. I'll take it back from you when you read it. Go ahead. Honey, what time do you... Hang on. Okay. You can hear air, correct?
Yeah. No, I'm hearing the commercials now.
That's what I meant. That's
yeah.
what air means.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're good. All right. You're good.
I don't know the terms, but
That's all right. Well,
we have done it before.
I know you have. I know. I got my different way. We'll all be good, man. It's all
Well,
good.
once we get everybody headsets, we'll
Yeah,
be able to get everything
it's all
set
set.
up. We'll
Yeah, it's all fine.
be-
We'll get through it. Mhm. Bring that. Okay, what the picture was like. This thing is cool as hell.
Well, actually, Steve, it's Skip. Jed's actually up here posing with the Lion here for getting some pictures right now. Hey, a pleasant good evening, friends. We're out here at the Giant Northland Bowl special edition of Lions Live here with the PA Sports Network, Jed Donahue. My name's Skip Robowitz, and fortunately, we have with us here the big dude, Stephen Davis, the great one, Jimmy Kennedy. Here we talking Penn State football. But now here at the Giant, it's your tailgate headquarters. Order ahead, pick up before you tailgate party. Get your wings, your subs, cheese, veggie platters, assorted meat trays, seafood trays, snacks, drinks, organic foods featuring New Promise. Stop by Giant, your beer garden, pick up your drinks as well. They have full service, all brands. And the one thing I left out of it is the donuts. The donuts are the best in town. If you want donuts for tailgate folks, this is the place to get your donuts. But so glad to be out here. New experience for us here at Lions Live on the Forever Lions Network with Jed Donahue and a special broadcast on Friday nights. And I think we got the technicalities worked out here, but I'm so glad to be able to have Jimmy and Big Dude here with us. So, gentlemen, can you hear me okay coming in out there for a special broadcast? Outstanding. We got them, Jed. All right. Well, we got plenty to talk about here. And I know Jed had some questions right out of the gate that I couldn't answer, which I know you guys could, especially about that pregame, what's going through your mind. So I'll turn this over to Jed here, and I know he has some questions for you.
Jimmy and the guys, and we'll keep Skip on headsets. And by the way, it's great to have you guys. I'm glad we worked it out. And of course, we got another hour to go. But we're live at Giant with PA Sports Network and also Lions Live. But Jimmy, I'm going to throw this to you first. Is what's it like the night before a game, and game day tomorrow as you get ready for kind of a new season and things like that, knowing that it's going to be an entirely different speed when it ramps up tomorrow when you guys get off the blue buses. What are you thinking?
There's a delay.
Okay. How much of a delay?
It's all. He's talking. I think there's a delay.
We'll see.
And Stefan, it's a little bit more serious at different times. I guess it depends upon how the season goes. Maybe you could speak to your experience.
Did we write down the federal this box that they've got? Huh? Okay. I was just curious.
Well, I think that approach has changed a lot of things, and we noticed that the last time we've been out to practices, even we didn't have the music and things like that in practices. Now we had the sound of the different teams we were playing pumped in, especially for away games. But we never had the music and things like that in different segments. But the practice for different teams, didn't have a countdown clock for different periods. But I don't know if when Jimmy was there, I don't know if coach had changed that around or not. But we didn't have the clock to watch, and I think sometimes. I think probably Coach Paterno didn't want anybody watching the clock. He didn't want anybody knowing. They'd have guys blowing the whistles, but he didn't want people watching the clock because I think he wanted everybody to be all out the whole time they're there and not wait for the period to end. Jimmy. And that's how it was when Steph and I were there. It was a much different approach to practices. And I've been around other college programs, and Jimmy, in the NFL, everything's in periods. It's a countdown clock. Everything's scripted right down to the second. But you're right. I think Coach Paterno had a different approach. How many times did we ever hear him say, "Run it again"? We'd always hear that type of comment. But I think that repetition is what helps, and being able to have that flexibility makes some differences too. It's just different philosophies, different approaches to the game. And Jimmy, I think you probably be able to speak even more so, your experience in the NFL. Maybe you could share with the fans out there, a little bit of a contrast between the way the two are approached.
Oh, okay. Can't be done.
And it's all on film, and then there's study after that. So it's a big difference, a big approach change to it. And the time factors change too. I think college football NCAA has changed about time. They can have the guys in the field. A lot of regulations and things have changed in college ball compared to 30 years ago when Steph and I were there. And the years keep on going by fast. But we're going to be taking a break here, and we're about a minute out, guys. So. Real quick summary of any game that stood out in your mind last night within the next minute here that any of you guys picked up on in college football last night. That was quite a bit. Hey, well, I'll tell you what, gentlemen, hold that thought. We're broadcasting live here at the Giant In-State College, and we'll be right back after these messages.
You did good. Yeah, when I see 57,
Okay.
we gotta go.
Okay.
It's a network thing.
Oh no, I know how that is.
It's all good.
Yeah.
So,
when I start, if I can see it on mine too, then
Okay.
I'll be able to.
You said Tommy Yon coming up?
Tommy should be. I didn't hear.
All right, just
he didn't
confirm.
text.
You got about 8 minutes.
2 minutes.
So we've got time.
Well, Tommy Yon was trying to call me. I'll get him his number. Let's see. Okay. Sorry if I screwed anything up.
So this kid was not doing anything right.
No, we're not getting that. It's not getting anything. It's very frustrating, but
Yeah.
we're not getting any recording or anything live apart from the audio we get that camera. No, but let me try it one more time. What? One way to find out. That's all. Find out in a second. I'll try to see if the stream's pulling it. We can tell right here. Oh, come on, I thought it logged out. So we're not getting any audio. We're picking up the live stream, but no audio. Walk over towards the mic and on that and see if it's picking that one up. No audio. Walk over here, Mike, on that and see if it's picking that one up. Is this live mic hot at the studio or not?
I don't know.
Don't know if you took it down off the board or not. Okay, because we're picking up something. I'm just not sure. Mic hot at the studio or not? Don't know if you took it down off the board or not. Okay, because we're picking up something. But what do you hear on that? Commercials. Yeah, so we should hear commercials. Let's see if that's coming out from this end to here. This.
Oh yeah, it's just don't see there's that much of a delay.
Yeah, I was getting a delay from those guys when I asked questions to them.
All right.
So let me see if I can change the audio to the. Split broadcast. This may be it. No. Just trying to say something over by that.
Check that.
And again, that's the only thing I'm picking up. I'm picking it up. Actually, I'm picking it up off of this board. So.
Thanks for all your help. Who you got on, big man?
Tommy on.
Okay, I'll let you do that. Conduct the interview a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to take care of housekeeping.
Sure.
And all of this.
Okay.
And then
Big dude.
float these guys. Talk the game with them.
Okay.
That's what they're here for.
Well, yeah, I know you want to ask some questions too, so feel free to
That's
jump
fine.
in.
I can. Rochelle and I are just kind of looking around. We're fascinated to learn this because this will just create a ton of flexibility for us. And Steve told us that there's less dropout with this than there is my tie line.
Oh yeah.
I'm married to my tie line, but I am open to new ideas. I have no clue. But we want to build to get this.
We have to move up the technology here with you.
Well, I tell you, if it's a single user, you don't even need the soundboard and stuff. You can work it right off the computer.
Right off of there.
When
Perfect.
Jerry travels with girls
he
basketball,
said that.
he just does it with his tablet. We'll have to get you to one of our quick run broadcasts and see how that
Yeah.
works.
If you need websites, that's all I do. I have my own dedicated server co-located.
Oh,
server
that's
farms. I build all the sites. I do all the
Oh,
stuff.
great.
I was a geek before.
Oh,
The thing that I don't know is the board at the studio. That's the only thing I don't know. But this isn't rocket science.
well, we've got, he's my longtime friend. He's as good as it gets. And I mean, he will move heaven and earth to make sure everything goes. So,
And I've never.
all right, let me see where it's going to come to us in about a minute. Let me take care of some housekeeping.
Sure, yeah.
And then I'm going to let you do the intro and start talking football.
Hopefully Tommy's on.
Yeah, bring us in, Steve, like you always do.
Literally.
Ow. To us. We're in the old. Hi, Steve, and we're here with Skip Drobelbus, Lions Live and the Pennsylvania Sports Network, teaming up in this 2016 season at Giant for each of the home games on Friday. We're in the Northland Center right off Atherton Street and State College. And if you're listening around the state, any Giant, they are ready. Your tailgate headquarters, order ahead, pick it up before the tailgate party here in State College before the game tomorrow at Beaver Stadium. And you can also get wings, subs. This is for your home party, too, because you're going to watch it on TV on the Big Ten Network and you're coming up. Cheese, veggie, fruit platters, assorted meat trays, seafood trays, snacks, drinks, and organic foods featuring Nature's Promise. Stop by Giant's Beer Garden, full service, all brands. And we thank them so much for hosting us here with the Pennsylvania Sports Network and Lions Live. Out at Giant, I'm Jed Donahue with the Pennsylvania Sports Network and Lions Live. Skip Drobelbus, who's madly texting as we link up players. We were talking with Jimmy Kennedy and Yaakov Israel in the last hour, and some of you are going to leave us early for high school football coverage at the bottom of the hour, and also at about 5 of 7 coming up. But Skip, you've got some special guests here.
Hey, Jed, it's great to be with you all here at the Giant State College for this broadcast, kind of what do you call it? A simulcast is a way to put it.
That's
We're all
right.
together here at Giant talking Penn State football and sports. And with me is the great one, Jimmy Kennedy, online. And we've been trying to get Tommy on as well. Big dude Stephen Davis had to step out here a little bit. And I hope we'll be back on here again with us soon. But did Tommy, is that you on the line there? Did you make it online with us? Maybe he didn't ring in. Jimmy, I trust you're still there. Oh, Tommy, is that you? You made it? That's awesome. All right. Hey, now, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be able to hear from one of the fastest people on the earth. And he literally was one of the fastest running backs we've ever had here at Penn State with Tommy Young. And he would spend some time with the Patriots as well. And today's a very, very special day in his family. So, Tommy, I know you have a special wish for somebody special in your life out there. So why don't you go ahead and make it? Yes, happy birthday, Madeline. It's great. And his daughters are together here today, celebrating her day here at State College. And it's great to see the family get together like this. And Tommy, you know, I'm so glad you could join Jimmy and I here. Jimmy's anchoring here with us this year. He's going to take the helm and lead us on here. It'll be great to have him for some games back here in State College. But I know you guys could swap some NFL stories, but we're here talking some Penn State football tonight. And, you know, maybe, Tommy, you could share some of your experiences of what it is to be the fastest man in the world at one time in your life. Well, that you are, yeah, Tommy. That you were. You were. Nobody could see you coming, man, because you were there and gone before anyone could see you.
Really want to see why.
Right. Well, that year here at Penn State, it was the one year that I think we were like 5 deep in every position. It didn't matter who got hurt or got hit. We had somebody who could step up and step in and play. And that was across the board. And that's back when teams were carrying, 130 guys plus on a roster. So we were stacked and packed that year. And a running back, same in that situation there. But your speed speaks for itself, Tommy. I mean, I don't know if anybody who's run that type of a 40 time at Penn State since you've been here. And I'm sure in the NFL, the Patriots, what did you time out with them whenever you ran for them? Wow, really? Well, there's not a whole lot to him. He's short, man, so he must have had some legs that went really fast. but that's Jimmy. You played against some fast guys in your time as well. I mean, what did you try to do whenever you came across a guy like Tommy running it?
Yeah. Yeah. So, even football traffic, I think that.
Yeah, just get an angle on it. That's all you do. Hope somebody else hits him, right? Well, hey, now, Tommy, you know what it was. You know what it was like to take a hit from a guy like that. And do you remember any times like that when you got pancaked that you made you think twice to run a little faster?
Picture looks good, I think. That's what I mean. I'm just looking at them. They look good. Right. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Okay, so it actually broke your face mask. Yeah. And that's back before they had the concussions and things like that testing like they do now. I'm sure your bells were ringing. You saw a solar system. Wow. Hey, Jimmy, tell us about some of the now as a big guy coming at somebody like that. Jimmy, have you had any experiences like that where somebody stood out that you hit that actually was able to get up? Right, you just want to get some hands on somebody, slow them down, let the backers come in and try to do their job, or make them take a different direction.
I'm actually really sad.
Let's break after he's done answering this. Just hand it to me, I'll get a sound.
Well, I really appreciate the insights that both you guys have given here. These fans never get to hear that type of aspect of the game. Only on Lions Live, the only network hosted by the players, for the fans of the Forever Lions Network. We're thankful to be here at Giant here on a special edition of Lions Live this Friday night here, folks. Come on out here to pick up your tailgating needs. You're listening to Tommy Yon and Jimmy Kennedy. My name's Skip Drawas, along with Jed Donahue. We'll be right back after these messages.
Just let me know when we're back. I got to get a couple of ambis in here. I want to do that.
We did it before where when we were on breaks like this, he would fade out where we don't hear that, and we could keep talking amongst the guys. So maybe next week we can probably be able to do something like that.
For 2 weeks.
Yeah, another week or two. With guys on the phone. I don't know how they did it, but somehow we were able to keep talking and let them know what's. I think what he did is he kept one high, that was the commercial, and somehow he was able to keep ours off the air, but us being able to keep talking.
I'll have to ask him about that.
Yeah, we can check possibly.
What's that?
The dude with an Ohio State shirt on.
He's all by himself in this town.
So brave.
That is brave.
What's that?
Guy wearing an Ohio State
Guy
shirt.
with Ohio State shirt on.
I wouldn't even do that.
Jed wouldn't do that. He would not come here with Ohio State shirt.
Well, actually, the best thing that he could do is come here wearing that, because we'll find out.
Jed would not do
No,
that.
people are gonna treat. He'd find out people treat him pretty nice.
People are nice up here.
They're gonna find it.
I've had a running thing with the Penn State people forever. Oh, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can't help where I'm from. I don't apologize about it.
Well,
You know.
Columbia's nicer. I have some friends out there.
Huh?
You shouldn't have to.
No.
Nothing wrong with being loyal to your
No, not at
team
all.
you grew up loving.
No, I've been out to Columbia. It's a nice area. I used to have to go out there all the time. I used to work for Dry University out there. I had to take kids out there. It's a long trip. I never cared for the troopers out there.
Yeah.
Either. They're hiding out here today on 99, a place I haven't ever seen them before. Text him and ask him. If you want to ask Tommy a question, Tommy is one of the fastest guys in the world.
Uh-huh.
If you ever been talking, you can ask him a question or two, and Jimmy about what their thoughts are leading out of the break. That'd be great.
If you want.
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely, yeah, sure. Yeah, go ahead and ask him some questions and talk Penn State football.
Tommy Yon, right?
Tommy Young, one of the fastest men in the world.
Yeah.
Not very few people knew that about him. Even in Penn State, people never knew that Penn State had a guy that fast on the team. But we had so many guys deep. There's a guy who never played it down at Penn State and still was able to have the Patriots pick him up because of having that type of speed. That's the type of depth we had with all the positions. Jimmy's one of the anchors this year, so Tommy's just a guest. And Yakov, we probably won't get Yakov now because of the.
Very good, Steve. Steve Williams back in studio. Jed Donahue along with Skip Dropabus, and we thank Giant out here in the Northland Center and State College, right along Atherton Street, easy to find, and right in all of the tailgate areas. You get all your tailgate stuff to leave your tailgate headquarters, order ahead, and pick it up before your tailgate party. And also, if you're having one at the house, not everybody comes to the game, check out a giant grocery and food store near you to get wings, subs, meat trays, seafood trays, you name it, and they will do it. This segment of PA Sports Now and Lions Live, presented by Legends inside of the Penn Stater. Legends, the perfect place to celebrate with friends or enjoy a casual dinner any night of the week, and also the Gardens restaurant for the Sunday brunch buffet as well. Innovation Park exit off Route 322 in University Park State College. Jimmy Kennedy and Tommy Yon are with us. Jimmy, this is Jed, and Tommy, Jed with you as well. Jimmy, I'm going to direct this question. One of the big things for Penn State this year is really rebuilding their defensive line. And you're one of the best I've ever seen play along the defensive line. You got Nassib, went to the NFL, is going to make the Cleveland Browns. He's been a revelation in their camp. Anthony Settle's going to make the Lions. I think Austin Johnson, San Diego, if I'm not mistaken, went there. What is the biggest thing facing the defensive line with the guys that are seeing their first action tomorrow? Because there are going to be some first-year guys playing at the, at full speed in this 2 deep. What are they facing tomorrow, Jimmy? That's one question I wanted to ask.
Any thoughts for questions for Tommy?
I don't know much about Tommy.
Oh, he's just running. He's a running back. Ask him, maybe ask him a question about the running backs and speed.
He's really good.
Jimmy. Oh, yeah, he's great. Oh, yeah.
That's a great answer, Jimmy Kennedy. Tommy, I'm going to direct Jed here. The running backs. I mean, they got one of the top guys in the country, Saquon Barkley. I was talking to Skip earlier. I don't think James Franklin and the staff would trade Saquon Barkley for anybody in the country. But you got a guy like a true freshman, Miles Sanders, comes in much ballyhooed, a 5-star guy from Woodland Hills. Andre Robinson last year was hurt, redshirted. What's it like for, say, a running back? I mean, Barkley's the proven commodity, but what's it like for a guy like Sanders or Robinson, who are going to see the field tomorrow before 100,000 people? What's the feeling there, Tommy?
You're getting lots of stuff on Facebook. I can't do it.
And I wish I had a little more time in this segment. I got about a minute to go. Tommy, I'll start with you. Maybe you guys can soundbite us. This run and shoot, spread offense and everything, this is not your dad's Penn State that we're going to be looking at offensively tomorrow. Tommy, what do you think about the new offense?
Carry it over the next segment.
No viewing.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Jimmy, real quick, and I want to, and I know Skip wants to pick up on this conversation too after the break, and we are coming up on the bottom of the hour, and it's a hard break for our network affiliates on the Pennsylvania Sports Network in association with Lions Live. We are coming to you live at Giant in the Northland Center here in State College, and everybody's coming in to fill those tailgate needs. Order ahead, pick it up before your tailgate party. Wings, subs, a wide variety. You name it, they have it here, and any Giant location across Pennsylvania, even if you're not making up to the game as well. Gearing up for baseball a little bit later on, you'll have Milwaukee and Pittsburgh at the top of the hour, and Atlanta is at Philadelphia as well. You're listening to Lions Live on the Pennsylvania Sports Network, live at Giant, together as one, and we're back after this. I'm going to let you bring us back.
Okay.
You got 6 minutes here,
Okay.
and just to chill. And Jimmy's, he didn't get a chance to react to the new offense. He jumped in right away and kind of wants to talk about maybe what you do defensively.
Okay.
I wish we were both on headphones, but
Yeah,
we're doing the
it'd be a lot
best we can.
Next
It's
week.
all good.
Next week. It'll get better.
It's chaos for us, but it's not noticeable to those who are listening.
I know.
We're hiding it.
Yeah, I know.
We're doing good at
I
it.
hate to say it's like that the first time always, but I don't like it this way.
Yeah, you got to go through it once. Yeah, it's just, I've been doing this stuff 40 years, and the first show is always the one that makes you the most nervous. It's like the first game.
Yeah.
I'll walk up.
Hey, Pastor, how are you? What's in that? All busy as usual. I don't have no money for it.
What's that?
No money for this. I'm not. No, that's right. It's still ready. It's still news. Yeah, I don't get any money from it, but hopefully some commercials. You guys doing all right?
Yeah. Where's that?
Missing the church picnic. They're having a picnic at Housing. You got to stop on by.
Oh, yeah. Go pick out everybody else's picture.
Well, sure, why not? Share our life, right?
Yeah. They have to forgive us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you repentant?
I'll try.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, I'll see you. Hopefully I'll catch you again sometime. So when is that next time you guys having a breakfast?
Okay.
Thanks, Pastor. Good seeing you. Take care.
A watermelon tap. Look at the back, it explains it. How a lot of watermelon put juice in it and tap it. So it's like
Oh my.
the coolest thing.
Let me bring us back.
Want to? Okay.
Because I've got to do this one reader.
Yep, I understand.
Then I'm going to hand the keys to the Porsche off to you here.
Okay.
See, I'm shopping. Hollywood.
Yeah. I think if you can get his perspective on how the spread, what teams, how do you stop it and have, because he really, I think,
Oh yeah, he's ready
you
to
could
roll.
sense he was ready to rock and roll, and we ran into the hard break. Just tee him up, and I think some really good stuff's coming. He's going to intro us, and then I'll hand it over to you.
Yeah, sure.
Because that is a big deal tomorrow, the spread offense.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it's a big deal. Something better work.
Stand by. Hi, Steve. And a little electricity in the air. The first home weekend, Kent State tomorrow, 3:30 your kick time, Big Ten Network, if you're not making it up. And go visit a giant food store near you, your tailgate headquarters, and especially up here at the Northland Center where we are live with Lions Live and the Pennsylvania Sports Network. And you can order ahead and pick it up well before your tailgate party. We're having one at the house tomorrow and doing that sort of thing. And then a lot of people will be making their way up here as well. Want to remind everybody before I hand it over to Skip Drobovus here, Penn State fans, if you're out in Pittsburgh next week for the Pitt-Penn State game next Saturday, parking a challenge and expensive, we've got your solution. Parking close to the stadium and affordable. Cars, RVs, trailers, and trucks are welcome. Come tailgate with us prior to the game. Reserve your parking space now and drive right in. Accepting credit card reservations. They're at 800 Fulton Street, which is right by Heinz Field. Call now to reserve your space in the 412 area code 682-6976. That's 682-6976. And email them at terraceparking@gmail.com. Terrace spelled TERIS. One word, terraceparking@gmail.com. Skip.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're glad to be here at the Giant State College. There was resource for everything you possibly need here for tailgating for your Penn State game. So be sure to stop on out here. And we're thankful to have them here hosting our broadcast, a special one at the PA Network with Lions Live. On the line here with us is, and also anchoring with us this year and in the future, is one of the best defensive linemen who's ever played at Penn State, Jimmy Kennedy. We're so thankful to have him with us. And also, one of the fastest men who's ever put foot in the field at Penn State, and that's Tommy Young. And we were talking some football here. And we had this last hard break, guys, but I know I wanted to talk a little more. And Jimmy, I know you wanted to maybe jump in with this here a little bit. With a spread type of offense, as on the defensive side, what's the best way to try to defend an offense like that? Well, that'll be a change from what we're used to at Penn State. But on the defensive side of the ball, I mean, what do you try to do? I mean, how do you defend against this? Sounds good. Now Tommy, I'm flipping over because that's a different type of offense that you used to run as well. But if you're a running back in a spread type offense, what are you looking for as keys and opportunities to get the big play? That's true, and I think a lot of the fans out there, they don't understand a lot of these terms we're using. So we're spending more time talking about it. But I would think that with this type of offense, it's going to open up more opportunities for a lot more passes to the tight end. Right, because I think that's like putting a running back that's taller and with some weight down the field who can go up and catch a pass. So I think that can work to Penn State's advantage. Now Penn State, we've had one of the tight ends go down here this week, and Nick Bowers was somebody who's going to be out for the season. So we have some other guys who are going to have an opportunity to try to step up here and into that slot. So some adjustments already taking place here before the season going on. And when we go to practice and things, I don't want anybody out there listening to think that we're getting out information that's anything inside. This has all been made public. When we go to watch a practice, folks, we're tight-lipped. People text me and they'll ask me to send a picture, tell us what's going on. We're not allowed to do that. We're thankful that Coach Franklin has such a great relationship with the former players. He allows us to come out. He calls it our home. He considers us family, and we respect one another by that. And that's why we don't shoot things. We don't share things on social media. We can talk amongst ourselves. We can talk in generalities about what we see with things. But we want to see Penn State win. We're not going to give any insight. So when we talk about, and Nearest mentioned a player by name, I want you to know it's because this is information that's out there already made public through the media. So I just wanted to put that little disclaimer out there to people so people understand and know where we're coming from. As former players here talking about Penn State football. When you guys think of Kent State now here tomorrow, on the defensive side of the ball, Jimmy, what do you think is one of the keys for us going up with a solid win tomorrow?
What is that called? The college buffet, or what the where?
think it's going to be a great game tomorrow. Now, Tommy, on the offensive side of the ball, what do you think one of the keys for Penn State's success for tomorrow? Well, on the special team side, I'll comment there. And being out at a few practices, I think the fans are really going to like to see what's happening when we have to punt the ball because these guys have they've been much more improved. And I've seen some of these guys, they can punt the ball exceptionally well. And I think the fans are going to like what we see when we have to get the ball up. I know there's a battle taking place here for the starting kicking job. And, that's great to happen because, it makes everybody better when guys are competing like that. So we'll see where we come out on top of that. The biggest concern on any type of field goal unit is the trajectory of the ball. A lot of these guys coming out of high school, making the adjustment, kicking off the ground from off a tee. It's very difficult. And, some of the drills that, that we practiced when we made that adjustment off the ground, we kicked with a tee at Penn State. When you go to the NFL and stuff like that, you make the adjustment kicking off the ground. It's the trajectory. If you're not getting that ball up to at least 10 feet or above at 5.5 yards, you're going to have guys like Jimmy Kennedy reaching up there and snatching it. So, the biggest concern for any special teams coach is making sure these guys are getting that ball up and fast. And, it needs to be off in 1.2 seconds for a field goal if you don't eventually block it. A guy like you, Tom, you'll shoot off the end, and before you know it, it's stuffed and somebody's running the other way. So, but I think that the special teams have a lot of emphasis this week, and I think you're going to see a much improved punt game, especially this week here at Penn State. And as far as go ahead. What's that? Oh, all right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Davis is back here with us. And great to have you back here, Stephen. And yes, by all means, Stephen, do jump in here. I'm glad to have you back here.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
We are.
I need a break.
Here, I'll let you go ahead and do that. But Stephen Davis is on right now.
Good, okay.
He's talking about offense.
When we get back, we got to go at 5. And we're good.
That's Stephen talking.
Huh?
That's Stephen Davis talking.
I got it.
Well, that'll be a good one. Social media, can't wait.
Stefan Davis. We got to go to break, our final one, and we're going to take everybody into high school football, and then Skip's going to get keys to the game tomorrow. Who wins, and maybe by much. I'm putting it out on the guys here to put a number to this thing. We're live at Giant in the Northland Center in State College. Make Giant your tailgate headquarter needs wherever you are throughout Pennsylvania. Order ahead, pick it up before your tailgate party. On your way to the game or on your way to the house, whoever you're going to see, wings, subs, cheese, veggie, and fruit platters. Stop by Giant's Beer Garden as well, full service, all brands. You're listening to the Pennsylvania Sports Network and Lions Live, and we're back with more.
I can let these guys know what time we have to be off by. Send them a text.
Okay.
So that way,
Here, I'm going to let you do it.
okay,
You're going to take it from him
okay.
and get us out. I'll let you know.
What time do we have to be out?
About 50, at about 54, he's got to start the music.
Okay.
You're going to have about 4 minutes coming back. Hi, Jerry. Huh? Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a new experience for an old dog. Garrett says you do this on the road. I think you told me that with a lady lion. Right. That's cool.
And maybe bring a sweater next time.
Huh? Well, soon we're going to be in sweatshirt weather anyway, which is my favorite thing to wear. You know, the hoodie and let's go.
Yeah, it's a little mind-boggling. It must have been 80 something, and 100% humidity, and I was just dying. But I was thinking about it. I was like, man, 3 months from now,
I know.
it's going to be freezing. It's hard to wrap my brain around.
We got our pool that takes the sun for almost 10 hours a day in these 90-degree. I mean, it's been brutal back there. Thank God but we get anything that's 10 degrees colder or whatever, and all in the sun, it's like, holy cow.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Pick up some pears.
Steve's going to hand it to you. You'll hear Steve. He's handing it to you. 54, you'll hear music.
Hey, thanks for bringing us back here, Steve. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great night. You got to stop out here to Giant and pick up all your tailgating needs. We're thankful to have him out here for this simulcast of the PA Sports Network, Jed Donahue, and Lions Live. So you're having trouble connecting. Trouble connecting. All right.
Let me listen to see what's going on.
Who's that? They couldn't pick us up.
Hey, Steve, I think we've I think we've got it back. Jimmy Kennedy. All right, there we are. And give it back to Skip. And I think we're at the stage. We got about 3 minutes left. Time for predictions for tomorrow. By the way, 38-10, Penn State tomorrow for me.
Wow, hey, what a great prediction there. We went through that last Wednesday on our program. So, ladies and gentlemen, pick us up at lionslive.com every Wednesday night from 7 to 8 with Fast Hour College Football. We're so thankful to have anchoring us here Jimmy Kennedy, who's with us here live, along with the fastest man in Penn State history, Tommy Young, running back, and the big dude, Stephen Davis, and I'm Skip Rivalvis. So we have some predictions here to make for tomorrow. And big dude, what's your call?
We're good.
Hey, Jimmy, what's your call? All right, hey Tommy, what's your call? Wow. Well, that's good. I'm going 35-24 Penn State. And I think it's going to be. Through the yeah. Well, somebody's going to score a couple of safeties in this one, right? But hey, we're down to the last minute, guys, and we're so thankful for Jed Donahue being able to team up with us on a Friday night. Giant markets here, having us on a Friday night home game. So be sure to join us on Friday nights here in State College, and also Wednesday nights on lionslive.com. We're streaming there as well as local affiliates as well. Big thanks to all of you guys for being part of this. In the next 30 seconds, guys, give one word here, or I'm making 3 words each for Penn State. Okay, that'll work. I'm gonna say we will win. All right. Hey, on behalf of awesome. There you have it, folks. Lions Live here from Giant Foods. On behalf of Big Dude Stephen Davis, Tommy Yon, Jimmy Kenny. My name's Skip Thrywelbis. Thank you, Jed Donahue. Let's go Penn State. Have a great win tomorrow. Have a great night, folks. God bless.
Over and out.
There we go.
Okay. We're clear. Okay. We still have our fingers and toes.
Sorry to delay your day.
No problem.